This is Acts of Demolition. You're watching Southern States Wrestling. Mountain Empire, this is your wrestling.
All right, wrestling fans joining this matchup here in progress. Southern States Wrestling action as Nate Diamond taking care of business in the ring. He's got Beau James Irish whipped across and just landed right on Stan the Man Lee. And he caught Scott Sterling sleeping on the outside. Action and excitement right from the very beginning of the matchup here. Southern States Wrestling fans, we're glad you're tuned in, turned on, and checking out the action. Joe Wheeler here calling it for you. Great event coming to you from the Hillsville Fair in Virginia, as Nate Diamond in control of Beau James at the moment. And of course, Nate Diamond's tag team partners in this great six-man tag, none other than the Iron Cross and the WWE Hall of Famer, the one and only handsome Boogie, the Boogie Woogie man, Jimmy Valiant. And Nate Diamond had himself in trouble over there, but he is fighting his way out of there. Beau James, though, just put a stop to that and now caught him again as Nate Diamond in trouble in that corner. Beau James and Scott Sterling now going to work on him as the referee's tied up with Stan Lee over in the right-hand side of your screen. I tell you what, action and excitement only here with Southern States Wrestling fans. You want to be sure to join us October the 10th, 7:30 p.m., Bluefield, West Virginia, at the Bluefield Auditorium. The Southern States Wrestling Fall Spectacular for the two Virginias will be in Bluefield October the 10th, 7:30 p.m. Make sure you're a part of that great event with Southern States Wrestling as Beau James now makes the tag. Scott Sterling making his way into the contest here as Scott Sterling now going to work on Nate Diamond. And I tell you what, Nate Diamond, tremendous young competitor, and he's got his hands full in there right now, although he was taking care of business in the opening moments of the contest that we saw here earlier. Scott Sterling with a big jaw jacker right there. I tell you what, that will dislocate and break a man's jaw very quickly. It's all of that impact, all of that force, like in an uppercut style punch. And I tell you what, it does a lot of damage. Nate Diamond, though, fighting back now. Series of hard right hands. He's got Scott Sterling over in the corner now. Irish whip got reversed. Diamond hits the buckle, and Sterling caught him right there with an elbow. And Scott Sterling, once again, giving the fans at ringside what for, as they definitely got him riled up here tonight. Stan the Man Lee now comes in, going to work on Nate Diamond as well. Got him in a big bear hug, just squeezing all that oxygen right out of him and squeezing the life out of him in the process here as the fans are rallying for Nate. Of course, the Boogie Woogie man, Jimmy Valiant, Iron Cross, ready, willing to make that tag if Nate Diamond can get over there to make that tag. As he is fighting, he's fighting, he made it, but the referee was tied up on the other side with Beau James. The referee didn't see the tag, so he's not allowing it. In the meantime, Nate Diamond getting worked over in the corner by Scott Sterling and Stan Lee, and now Beau James just leveled him with that punch right there. And again, man, I tell you what, they're having their way with Nate Diamond right now, that's for sure. Beau James now going back into work on him. Referee just did not see that tag, and he's trying to do the right thing. But it sure cost Nate Diamond, as he is in a lot of trouble at this point in time as the King of Kingsport. Beau James now working him over. Beau James makes the tag. Scott Sterling now making his way into the ring. Big double team maneuver coming up here. Both of them caught him with the elbows. Scott Sterling now in for a cover, and 2 count only on that. He went for another, but again, Nate Diamond kicking right out of there as this tremendous competitor He's got some fire and fight left in him, that's for sure. Scott Sterling now brings his man back up. Irish whip to the far side. Diamond up and over his man here. Sunset flip. Stan Lee's lending a hand. Referee's going to break that up. Nicely done. Rolls into a 2 count right there. Scott Sterling comes up with a big clothesline. I tell you what, back and forth excitement and action is only Southern States Wrestling can provide to you fans. You want to be sure to join us. Going to remind you again, Saturday night, October the 10th, Bluefield Auditorium, Bluefield, West Virginia, 7:30 p.m. bell time. It's been signed. Frank the Tank Parker makes his way back to Southern States Wrestling, takes on Bam Bam Erickson in what should be a tremendous matchup in Bluefield, October the 10th. Tag team maneuver coming up here. Stan Lee, Scott Sterling missed it. Nate Diamond caught them both. Double cross body block right there. I tell you what, he anticipated that and was able to reverse that situation. He's in the corner. Tag's been made. The Iron Cross now comes in. And he is throwing those right hands. And now the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, makes his way in. And the Boogie Woogie Man is throwing those right hands as well. He's got Beau James in one corner. Iron Cross and Scott Sterling are paired off. And Stan Lee and Nate Diamond. So we've got a fight all 3 corners here. 6-man tag team mayhem. They just met in the middle right there as worlds collided. This matchup's breaking down fast, fans. You're going to be sure to join us October the 10th in Bluefield. Beau James got Valiant in trouble over there. Now he's going after Stan Lee. Looks like he might have something in his hand. In his right hand is certainly possible. Beau James will resort to just about anything. Yeah, he just handed the object, whatever it is, off to Stan Lee right there. Stan's got it. Looks like a pair of brass knucks as they're getting ready to try to take Iron Cross out right here. Stands on that rope. He comes down and catches Scott Sterling squarely with those brass knuckles. Iron Cross now in reversal here and got him right there with the roll up as the Iron Cross, Nate Diamond, and the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, are your winners of this contest. And justifiably so, since they use a foreign object in the matchup. Beau James is bewildered, confused, and going to be real mad here in a minute. Fans, we're going to take a break here shortly, just mere moments away, and then we're going to go to Beau James for an interview. And I got a feeling he's going to be very upset, and it's not just over how this match ended. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to hear from the King of Kingsport, Beau James. We're back right after this.
The 1927 Bristol Sessions sparked the Big Bang heard around the world and branded Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia the birthplace of country music. Bristol's music culture, its roots, and branches are celebrated and protected through live music year-round. Details at pickbristol.com.
Hi everyone, it's your friend Misty James. I'm here to tell you it's never too early to protect your family with life insurance and have peace of mind for you and your loved ones. Funerals double in price every 10 years. Do you have the money or benefits needed? Your loved ones could be left with medical bills and other expenses. Protect them now. Call my friend Lance Dykes, independent agent in Tennessee and Virginia, who has common sense approach to life insurance with no pressure sales. He is someone who will listen to you and work for you. Affordable premiums that will never increase. No medical exam. No decrease in coverage. And the policy cannot be canceled as long as you pay your premium. Top insurance carriers. Call Lance today and protect your family.
Calvary Baptist Church, 1238 Pine Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. Regular schedule of services. Sunday, 9:15 a.m. for Bible study fellowship class for all ages. 10:30 a.m. worship. 6 p.m. blast for children, wake for youth. Sunday night life for adults. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. children and youth activities. 3D Bible study for adults.
If you are part of a nonprofit organization, listen to this. You now have the opportunity to bring the wrestling TV stars to your town and make money for your group. Over the past 2 decades, Southern States Wrestling has helped raise money for church groups, schools, ball teams, volunteer fire departments, children's hospitals, Ronald McDonald House, scout troops, and many more. Our staff is waiting to hear from you and get started on what could be your biggest fundraiser to date. Southern States Wrestling and your group are the perfect tag team to raise the funds you need.
You heard Joe Wheeler talking about it earlier, the Two Virginias Fall Spectacular. You just seen it right there in the On Tour segment. Also, you saw the news at Kingsport and Johnson City, Morristown and Gate City. You all better get ready because wrestling's coming back to you here over the next few weeks. It's getting hot in Southern States Wrestling as the fall is here, just like it is every year. We're looking forward to our big holiday spectaculars that we do every year. And you also heard Joe Wheeler gloating and laughing about how upset I'm going to be. And you can see I got my phone in my hand right here because just a few minutes ago we got an email saying Scott Sterling is banned from the building Saturday night, October the 10th in Bluefield there at the Fall Spectacular for the Two Virginias as Frank Parker makes his big return. They said that we've stacked the deck against you, Frank Parker, and I know we're going to hear from you in a few minutes. I've already seen the pre-taped interview you sent in, and you're going to talk about those two kids that you love so much that Scott Sterling told you that have softened you up. I softened you up and I put you out of action. Saturday night, October the 10th, when you climb in that ring against our hand-picked opponent, against a guy that knows you just as well as we do, and I'm talking about Bam Bam Erickson, and we saw him right here last week on what he can do to a man like Ray Idle. And Ray Idle, I've not forgot about you yet either, and we're going to show a piece of video here just in a minute to show you why we're going to come after you next, Ray Idle. But Frank Parker, do yourself a favor. Do those two little boys a favor. Don't show up Saturday night, October the 10th in Bluefield. I would love to climb in the ring myself, walk right across there and slap you right in your big bald head, right in your big mouth, but they're not going to let me do that because last year at the Fall Spectacular in Kingsport, they said they will never put Frank Parker and Beau James in the ring in singles competition again because it's too dangerous. The two of us are out to injure each other. We're out to maim each other. We're out to put each other out of this sport of professional wrestling. But this coming Fall Spectacular, the 10th of October, Bluefield, West Virginia, right there just a couple of blocks away from the state line. Frank Parker, when you climb in that ring, you better realize what happened the last time we were in the building together. I know you're going to feel the injuries. I know you're going to remember back in the back of that big bald head of yours what happened when we brought somebody out of the crowd. Are we going to have somebody in Bluefield? Are me and Bam Bam Erickson going to be able to get the job done? We're not just coming with just us. We're not just coming with Scott Sterling. We're putting together an army, and we're going to put together a hit list. A list of people that we want out of Southern States Wrestling. And surprise, surprise, Frank Parker, you're right at the top of that list. Those two little boys that you worry about, they have softened you up. Those injuries that I have put on you in the last 12 months has softened you up. If you live in Welch, if you live in Tazewell, if you live over there in Bradshaw, if you live down in Wytheville, it doesn't matter where you're at in the Two Virginias areas, you better be in Bluefield on Saturday night, October the 10th, 7:30. We start on time at the Bluefield Auditorium and Youth Center because it's going to be Frank Parker's last night. Because Beau James has a master plan. The last time, we just put a little thought into it. This time, Frank Parker, we've put a lot of thought into it. Saturday night, October the 10th. Your career's finished. You're done. Bam Bam Erickson has promised me. He has promised Scott Sterling, and I'm waiting on a call right now from my big lawyer up there in Baltimore, Brock. He's going to call me back, and he's going to straighten Joe Wheeler out. So you better plan on Scott Sterling being there. But we're coming to get you. Saturday night, October the 10th. Say bye-bye, Frank Parker, because you're finished.
You had this plan. Oh my God, there's nothing these guys won't do. There is nothing they won't do. And now, Beau James with a hammer. He's hitting him with a hammer. Unbelievably, he's gotten the hammer from ringside. And now, repeatedly, time after time, he has struck that hammer right into the lower back of Frank Parker. And again, Beau James has used the ringside hammer right to the lower back of Frank Parker. He's trying to cripple him. He is absolutely trying to cripple him. Like Frank Parker did to Beau James with a baseball bat. This hatred runs so deep. Absolutely unbelievable here. As Beau James now disposing of these young guys coming out trying to break things up. We've gotten some help from the back, but to no avail. As this attack continues, look at that hammer he's got in his hand, and again, right to the back and lower spine. You can put a man in a wheelchair with such things. Absolutely unbelievable. Ray Idle now, thankfully Ray Idle has come out and is trying to put a stop to this before they absolutely cripple Frank Parker.
Scott Sterling, Beau James. You know, through the years, we have been up and down the roads together. We've beat people's brains in, and we've beat each other's brains in. You can talk about me all you want to, I don't care. Anybody that knows Frank Parker knows I'm no hero. I don't wear a white hat. I don't come riding in on the white horse. Frank Parker has always been the guy that goes his own way, follows his own set of rules. I've never claimed to be a role model. But when you start talking about those two little boys that I took in and give my heart and soul to, you've crossed the line. Everybody knows Frank Parker's never been married, never had children of his own. I've dedicated over half of my life, literally over half of my life, to the professional wrestling business, the greatest sport in the world. But when I took those two little boys in, I made them a promise, and I made myself a promise. Never again will we ever have to sacrifice. Never again will we ever have to do without. Beau James, you put me out of work. You took food away from those two little boys. Scott Sterling, you've been sending in your little cronies to try to get rid of me, run me out of professional wrestling. Once again, you're trying to take food away from those two little boys. Now you've crossed the line. Now you're going to see the monster that you think is long gone. The monster that you are afraid of. Frank Parker's coming. Frank Parker's going to take care of you, Scott Sterling. Beau James, I'm going to take care of you. And anybody else that you want to send after me, bring them on. Because in the end, when it's all said and done, Frank Parker's violent world will be the world that you will never survive.
Knoxville, Tennessee, home of the Tennessee Volunteers. one of the most storied college football programs in the country. 239 miles up Interstate 81 lies ACC powerhouse Virginia Tech, led by the winningest active coach in the country, and a border battle that dates back to 1896. Smack dab in the middle of the two is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Fans from both states have lobbied for years to see both schools clash on the neutral site of the world's fastest half mile. It would be the biggest college football game ever. That wait is finally over.
This Southern States Wrestling program is brought to you in part by Lance Dykes Life Insurance. Lance is an independent agent in Tennessee and Virginia. It's never too late to protect your family and set up a no-pressure appointment. Lance will be happy to meet with you and work with you on policies that fit any budget. With final expense, whole life, and term insurance, Lance provides insurance for top-name carriers. It's never too late. Protect your family now. Contact Lance Dykes Life Insurance.
Singing country music. That's what I've always dreamt of doing as a young boy. Growing up in South Carolina, it was out of the ordinary to dream such a dream. I moved to Nashville to get a record deal, and I didn't really know what I was doing. My faith was really tested. I wrote this song called Long Black Train. When I laid the pen down, I said, nobody's ever going to want to hear this.
Looking for a unique getaway? Visit Kingsport, Tennessee, where breathtaking views and affordable family fun are just a short drive away. Take in the natural beauty of the mountains, rivers, and lakes. Enjoy area parks and endless opportunities for outdoor fun, play, retreat, relax, and soak up Southern charm that is truly unmatched. Experience world-class lodging and a taste of Kingsport's local flavor. Good times are made in Kingsport, Tennessee. We'd love to see you here.
All right, wrestling fans, bell's underway here with Southern States Wrestling. Joe Wheeler here with the call of the action for you as we've got Kilo on the left-hand side of your screen in the tights, and then Shawn Cruz in the singlet. They're getting ready to lock up collar and elbow here. Should be a great contest here with Southern States Wrestling fans. We're glad you're tuned in, turned on, and checking out the action of Southern States Wrestling. as Kilo now has control of the action here. Got the arm bar as he's got Shawn Cruz in trouble here. Shawn Cruz now on one knee as Kilo is ready for action here. Kilo coming to us from Lexington, Kentucky at 201 pounds. And Shawn Cruz 230 pounds out of Roanoke, Virginia. Of course, we've seen Shawn Cruz here in action before on Southern States Wrestling. He's a double tough competitor. No question about that, as he has definitely been around the world of wrestling. And Kilo, although he's new to me, I understand comes with very good and impressive credentials, as you must have in order to be competing in the ring for Southern States Wrestling. Kilo definitely taking care of business here. Got that arm tied up as Cruz sent him off there. Kilo up and over his man. Beautifully placed drop kick. Caught Shawn Cruz right in the mush on that one. Shawn Cruz stands about 6'2", so Kilo, though he is the smaller man of the two height-wise, he sure made utilization of his size and put that drop kick right in Mr. Cruz's face there. Shawn Cruz now stepping back in. Kilo and caught Kilo with that knee, and now Do-si-do got reversed into the corner here. Cruz up and over there with a high backdrop. And Shawn Cruz now sliding out, seeking the refuge of the floor at this point in time. Complaining to the referee of having his tights pulled, but I certainly didn't see anything along those lines. Jonathan Ash is our referee this evening here with Southern States Wrestling. As they've locked up collar and elbow once again, Mr. Cruz now laying in a big forearm after a rake of the eyes on Kilo. As Kilo blocked him right there, fires in a couple of hard shots, and a third. Now hits the ropes. Oh, and Cruz caught him right there with a high knee. Got him right in the face on that one. As Kilo definitely in trouble after that knee. Shawn Cruz utilized his height advantage. Hard right hand to the side of the face right there. Shawn Cruz feeling good at this point in time. Oh, now raking right at the eyes of Kilo. Shawn Cruz seeming very confident coming into this contest. Just before the bell rang, he turned to the camera and made an indication, score this one for me. So he's feeling pretty confident, and he's definitely got things well under control at this point in time. As Kilo is down on the canvas now, Cruz brings him back up, sends him into the ropes. Oh, hard forearm shot right to the kidney area right there. The lower back and kidney area was the focus of that attack. And if you've ever been punched in the kidneys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is definitely painful. And hard into that buckle. Shawn Cruz threw every bit of weight and momentum he could into that one, keeping his focus on the lower back area, which is a good sound strategy. He's picked his body part, it seems, and that's the lower back of Kilo. Cruz again with those clubbing forearms that he throws, and a hard, short shot right there to the jaw. Shawn Cruz feeling mighty confident at this point in time. He taunted Kilo a bit there. Kilo fired back on him, but Cruz caught him again with a rake to the eyes. Now into the ropes they go. Kilo ducked under that one. Oh! And we got a double clothesline in the center ring as referee Jonathan Ash sorting this thing out. Laying in a 10 count on him. See who can make it back to a vertical base as quick as Kilo almost. He's up on his knees here. Oh, hard shot right there. And back and forth they go. Cruz with a haymaker there. As Kilo now firing in a series of shots. Into the ropes they go. Irish whip coming across. Beautifully executed textbook spine buster maneuver right there. Kilo hitting perfectly on that one. Now Kilo is on that top rope. If he hits it, this could do it right here. Oh! He missed that frog splash. Cruz was too ready and waiting on that one apparently. Caught him right there, the short clothesline. In for a cover. This could do it. And he got him right there. As your winner of the contest, Shawn Cruz.